Tighten that screw because business in Torrance is resilient. Hi, I'm Abbie Gemillion, your host of Common Sense, and today we're featuring Carter Services, a company that's taken a long family history of entrepreneurship here in the South Bay and made the business of small appliance repair into something really big.
We provide residential appliance repair, plumbing, heating and air, and electrical.
Scott Carter is the CEO and Vice President of Carter Services.
In 1974, my father, who I'd worked for in another family business, introduced me to a laundromat owner, and I started servicing the equipment in that laundromat. Once I saw that that was a good opportunity, I went around and solicited other laundromat owners. Because I was young, I was still in high school. I was able to get a nice little route of laundromats that I serviced. And so that was pretty much the start of our business.
Entrepreneurship was in the Carter family blood, and Scott was exposed to it as a young boy.
I was maybe 10 or 12, and so instead of getting paid with soda pop and a little bit, he told me he was going to start paying me by the hour. And so he said he's going to pay me 60 cents an hour. And I was pretty excited about that. My grandfather started the business. When he passed away, my father and two uncles continued the business, which was that business was called Chase Appliance. They were located in the Inglewood area, serviced here in the entire area here. And I went to work with my father and learned both customer service, the trade, did repairs for him, licked stamps, stuffed envelopes, all the different things that go with running a business.
As he finished high school, he continued to build Carter Services as he worked in his father's business.
We did laundromats, and we did also laundry rooms, apartment complexes, primarily because I was younger, 16, 17. I started picking up customers, residential customers that trusted us, and saw that there was greater opportunity in the residential market.
After graduation from high school, at the insistence of Scott's mother, the business was put on pause.
My mom wanted me to go to college, so there was a little period of time where my father kept the business going for me as a part-time venture. He was still full-time in his job.
Carter continued to work for the family business until he decided it was time to strike out on his own.
The Carter Services, we started it. My dad had a little bit of involvement in it, but once I came back, it was pretty much me running it. And my dad was full-time in the other business. And so my brother and I were both worked there and at the Chase Appliance, doing Carter Services, trying to build it up. I could see it was growing, and so I gave my dad and uncles 2 years notice. My uncle wanted to sell me that business, and I chose not to purchase it and chose to pursue building up Carter Services.
Carter Services began in 1978 with Scott and his brother Kent at the helm, working out of a van his neighbor painted, performing the services they did best, fixing small appliances.
We ventured into areas that they had not serviced. For instance, they did not service microwaves. And so my brother and I had to learn that. The plumbing came in the early 80s, heating was a natural follow-up to that. We didn't add air conditioning about 6 or 7 years ago. That was added, and we brought in an electrician. So we brought in individuals that were qualified to help us push that part of the business.
As business progressed, he used a risky method of attracting new clients at the time, one that we normally don't think of anymore.
Put out a Yellow Page ad in 1979, so we went from word of mouth to actually pursuing more business. We went from there. We thought, okay, with the two of us, we'll be working 4-day weeks. And because I was working long hours, he came in and we were working 6 days a week. I don't know how many hours a day, and we couldn't quite figure that math out. How another person could come in and we didn't actually see a reduction, but actually an increase. We coaxed my father to come aboard, and so he sold his shares to my uncles for, I think, $1. And came aboard and worked for us as a technician. That's what he wanted. He didn't want the administrative end of it.
As his business grew, he expanded his services and he hired new employees.
Obviously, my brother wasn't hard to find because we grew up together. One of our first technicians, Jerry, my wife actually found him for me. She banked at Western Federal Savings here in Torrance, which I don't think exists anymore. And the teller there, who my wife was very friendly with everybody, got to know very well, was Jerry's wife. And found out that Jerry worked for Hobart and told me, you need to give Jerry a call. So I called Jerry and talked to him, and we came to terms, and he came to work for us and has been here ever since.
And over the years, he has continued the family theme throughout his business.
It's a family business. I look at everyone as a family, as people. Everyone has the ups and downs in life. Businesses have ups and downs. People have ups and downs, and we do our very best to ride through those with our employees.
Don't strip that screw. When we come back, we'll take a tour of Carter Services and find out what it's like to work at a small appliance repair company. But first, trivia. When was the first clothing dryer invented? That and more when we come back.
I always want to understand you well. I cannot stand being your barbecue. What you looking for? Saying my lover. What you looking for is just a game. What you looking for?
Welcome back to Common Sense. So, the answer to our trivia question. When was the first clothing dryer invented? In 1892, George T. Sampson improved on a simple design with a device that used heat from a wood stove to dry clothes. The electric tumble dryer that we've come to know and love first appeared in the early 20th century. So, what's it like to work at Carter Services? Advantages include a challenging work environment, never having the same day every day, and best of all, most employees don't spend a lot of time in the office.
There is no normal day, but the day as we'd hope it would run, because we have trucks that break down and lots of different people that call in sick, just like everything else, which changes the schedule. But the typical day is we'll have our phones start ringing, and we start picking up the phones at 7. And the office will already have the calls dispatched from the night before, so the techs will arrive at their first call at 8 o'clock. And they work through the day, and some jobs are finished, some we have to order parts. And so I have my parts department that work all day long, making sure that parts are properly stocked to trucks, to the warehouse, special order parts for customers.
And with that many employees serving that many customers, communication is important for providing the best customer service possible.
The new technology is quite nice because what it does is the techs are now able to, we move from a paper invoice to electronic invoice. And so the software allows the techs to, with their tablet, basically do everything that they need to do in the customer's home. They can snap pictures of model number tags, of product, or any issues that they might see and document them. They can work up the estimate, get the estimates approved, fill out the invoice, get the invoice signed, collect payments, and we have little checklists on there to make sure that they're following certain processes. So the techs out in the field, as well as the office, can look up the complete history of all the service for that.
And in a world where everything seems to have become more instant, online, and on demand, being able to talk to a real person is a business tactic that harkens to simpler times.
Techs come in various, varying degrees of capability, and we have good techs here. But it is more important to have a tech that knows how to communicate with the customer. Because a very highly skilled tech that has poor people skills will lose the confidence of the customer very quickly, and his skills will be of no avail to him if he loses confidence of the customer. Whereas a tech that's good with customers, communicates well with them, builds confidence, we can get the problem solved for them.
So with 40 years of service to the South Bay, how's business?
We could go out and do a service call only, all the way up to putting in a heating and AC system, or doing a home rewire, or some reasonable, fairly major plumbing. On the appliance side, there's a limit to how far we can go, but even on that side, appliances have gotten fairly expensive. So on some of the built-in products, as they get age, can become more expensive to repair. So it's the size of repair can really greatly vary, from the little countertop microwave that people bring into us that maybe costs them $100 to buy, to the refrigerator that's $15,000 or more.
Carter understands that people are at the heart of his business, and how his employees keep his business going is part of the reason why he treats his employees like family.
We do offer a good health care program, a profit sharing program, and we offer that to all employees whether they participate or not. Not everyone comes here for money. Some people come here because they didn't like where they left and they can't come here. Hopefully we provide an environment that makes it a good place to work.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll find out what Carter Services is doing to give back to the community. But first, more trivia. Who invented the first useful dishwasher? That and more when we come back. Welcome back to Common Sense. So, the answer to our trivia question: who invented the first useful dishwasher? Josephine Garris Cochran invented the first useful dishwasher and received a patent on December 28, 1886. Cochran, a wealthy woman who entertained often, wanted a machine that would wash her dishes faster than her servants without breaking them. When she couldn't find one, she built one herself. So, how does Carter Services give back to the community?
Our give back is a quieter give back. We certainly do things through the business for customers and people as we become aware of needs there. We support the schools. We do a lot of things, but it's quieter.
With a long demonstrated history of service to businesses and families in the South Bay, Carter Services could have really started anywhere. So, why Torrance?
I grew up in Torrance, so my roots are here. My brother Kent and I, we went to West High, went to Victor Elementary School. My children went here locally. My daughter taught at Bertlin. We've got some pretty deep roots in the community and love Torrance. It's a great place.
At the end of the day, Carter Services takes pride and joy in being able to solve problems and make someone's day better.
We enjoy what we do and we like people. Some days are tough. Every day is its own unique day. And I think that's what I really like about this business is every day is different. And every day we're dealing with happy people, occasional angry person, understanding people, people who don't understand, and we get to work through that little puzzle and try to make them all happy.
Thank you so much to Carter Services for welcoming the Common Sense production team to the repair shop. Whether you're looking to fix that small kitchen appliance or need servicing for your HVAC system, you can head on over to Carter Services at 2807 Oregon Court, Building F3, or go to their website at www.carterservices.com. And while you're online, head over to our Facebook page, Common Sense Torrance, to see what happens behind the scenes. And hey, why not give us a thumbs up too? And to see more Common Sense episodes, please subscribe to our YouTube page at Torrance CitiCABLE. So whether you're a property manager who's looking for reliable service, or you're just a homeowner who's looking to extend the lives of your appliances, I'd like to thank you for watching Common Sense, where we take a rare behind-the-scenes look at local business and explore their secret to success. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.